Okay, we should be back. Right, we back? Okay, we're back. We cut out, but we're back just in time for the start of the race. Kookaburra getting the jump over Mighty Boo off the line as well, so RB leads the way. We'll quickly go on board and have a look at the tyre situation. Front three then choosing to go for the mediums. Obviously 12 laps, tyre deg is quite high in the sprint, similar to Portugal, in the sense that the softs will look to die off towards the end. Obviously right now the softs will be the better tyre, but towards, well, past lap 7 and 8, the tyre where we'll get too high on the softs. Banana gets squeezed off by Bartolomé there. Oh, we got the other Aston Martin's round. Bananas last, all the way at the back after a spin. Fully round.
I was going to say, people getting their elbows out into that section after what is contact with Troy as well. The I'd have moments in this lap. There's quite a few on mediums then. The front three have all gone for mediums, although there could be a move here. Johnny did that inside of Mighty Boo. I think Mighty Boo might be able to hold it on the outside. No, Johnny's got it.
Yeah, more than I thought would actually be starting on the mediums, to be fair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. Nearly half of the grid starting on the mediums, so people have been putting in their practice, which is good to see, to know that the mediums are the better tyre to start on. They filtered through sector 2 there. Quickly have a look at position changes as well on the opening lap. K1 up 5 positions from the back up to just ahead of his reserve teammate. Oh, Mighty Boo's caught the curb. He's caught that deadly curb. Yeah. It's not going to be at the back. But, we've got another car round
as well. Is that no fear who's dropped position?
Yeah. What is happening? Got Ferrari making a couple of twitches across the track as well, just ahead, and that is Mr. Nitro, obviously in a full-time seat now. Getting promoted to that Ferrari seat. Oh, and No Fear went for a bold move up the inside of Zippy and gets spun as a result of his own mistake, really. So getting punished for his own mistake. Kevin Callan 16th. Manic up 2 positions up to 15th, but Mighty Boo after that mistake then is the big loser right now. Down 10 positions as we've got move up from. We've got a big break in the train though. Top 6 and then down to Troy in 7th, 1.7 seconds. Lucas champion up 3 positions as well. Obviously after that Mighty Boo spin, everyone in the top 4 was in the wall.
No, he's not quite on the wall, but he's certainly. I think he's caught the curb on the inside.
Banana then down to 17th after that spin. Mighty Boo also making a spin in these early stages. They flick through the order. Troy's made some slight improvements into catching that front 6, but yeah, there's that massive break in the train. And now it's this front 6 now just galloping away. I'll have a look at the tyres in amongst this this front pack to see.
Well, I was going to say, it's big for B-Card, because those 2 on the mediums, the 2 behind are on the soft, so they're ready to still be leading the way, yeah.
So in amongst this front 6 we have got the reserve of Bard Tsunami zipping around, so we can see how he gets on with the big hitters in the division. Obviously 2 V-Carbs going on strong, same with Turbo Snail and Lucas Champion. Obviously the 2 people also up there in the championship, Mighty Boo and Banana, outside of the points in this sprint so far. CSR Matt sets the fastest time down in 9th place. It looks to be a heavy DRS trainers. Bartolomé went for a little look down the inside of Lucas Champion there, but nothing working for him. What have we got happening a bit further back?
I think Bozza was trying to have a look at Troy just to fight over the last couple of point positions. Which, I mean, Matt's comes in the back then up to 9th, so this is only top 8 get points in the sprint. So.
Yeah, and he is on the softs though, so we'll have to see in a couple of laps time just how the deg is looking for these soft runners fighting for the back end of the points. So you've got 4 cars here all fighting. Well, there's a gap obviously to Turbos now, so 3 cars. But Mighty Boo, even though he's outside the points now, this race could come back to him and he might be able to pick up a couple of points.
His final corners making moving Robert comes after and gets it done.
Fair play. And he's still got the DRS, so then he can hopefully reel back in the V-Carbs and stay within the fight. But Bobby Comitesi might be looking for another move down the inside. Ooh, thinks about it. Slight contact with the back of him. Yeah. I think he grazed the back of him. But no harm done. Loses the position, but stays within the train. There's contact with Bard Tsunami,
Oh, choice to into the back of them buzzer. It's not spinning luckily, but
So yeah, Troy's lost that position down into turn 1 then, hasn't he? Gone buzzer.
yeah.
And then K1's caught the back of this train as well. K1 now making this a 5-way fight for the back end of the points.
Well, Mighty Boo's right in the back of Matt, and he's the only one in this train really on the medium tyre. So it means let's see it.
Oh, he looks for it. Oh, it's contact between the pair. That's unfortunate that that contact sent him around, because usually that would have sent Mighty Boo round, not Matt. And Matt's, has he lost the DRS as well? He has now, but it's whether he can reel in the time just in the final sector to have DRS down the main straight. But Lucas Champion, look, he's right on the back of... Oh, Cooper's at the moment. Yeah. So he's got DRS and he's passed, so now it's just... He's separated the V-cars, that's big then. Although he is on the softs. So if he wants to make a move, he needs to do it now, really, because his tyres are going to start dying off and then the mediums will become the more favourable tyre. He nearly dropped Robert Compagnasso as well, but he just managed to keep them within DRS and fought them off. Bartolome 5th, Turbo Snell still in touch with him as well. That gap still present between 6th and 7th. With a multiple car train. So Esamat lost the train now, and it looks like he's now sorted it in 11th. Because now with the DRS in effect up ahead, he's just going to consistently lose time, unfortunately. He's got Nitro for company now behind him as well. Before there's another gap then back to Slippy in 13th.
I think especially being on the softs as well, and I know there's quite a lot of them on the softs that lean to stuff in the medium. I think it's like this other time. Either through these corners, I think they slow down enough for him to capture.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. So now we're at the halfway point to see if Mighty Boo can make progress up the field when there's that switch over between which tyre becomes more favourable. And we've got moved for the lead. Lucas Champion down the inside gets past Jono, with the soft still having a bit of life still in them, past both the V-carbs then that are on the mediums, but plenty still left to play for. As we've said before, who was on the ascendancy will change once we hit that crossover in the softs and they start to die. As Bartolome and Robert had a good scrap going through sector 1.
Lovely X out of the hairpin to set like that, and then had a good run down the straight to it there.
I wonder if they're going to lose DRS if they... Oh, Bartolome made a bit of time up through there, to be fair. It was looking to be on the cusp of DRS, but managed to find 1 or 2 tenths just to keep him in touch then with Kookaburra. I wonder when John was going to make a move. Obviously, he's now behind.
It into this DRS, he was pretty tough to start, so
whether he wants to be patient and just have his battery charged up and then send it in 2 or 3 laps time once that tyre changeover has well and truly happened. I think he's going to go for a move now, yeah, like you said. Is he? He's close, but he's not keen for a move. Yeah, goes for it, dive down the inside, but way too deep. He overshoots it. Lucas Champion back through, maintains his P1. I think Johnny just needs to be patient. I think the tyres will come round to him and he will have the advantage in the next couple of laps, so I don't think he really has to rush anything here.
And of course, CRF is different this game. It's much easier to get back, but I mean, you've also got a huge advantage. Well, I say that, but Lucas Champion's used a fair bit on this lap to make sure it's turning around.
Yeah, John's not getting much back.
Though, storing it up, almost at 90% now.
He's just going to absolutely empty it when they get onto the straight in these last couple of laps. And he's literally full battery. Not even choosing to empty it really now. Just a little flick it on and off going into sector 3. Anyone short on fuel? Is anyone chanced it? I don't think so. Oh, moment for K1 as well. He's had a bit of a lag spike, I think, there.
Matt's caught the back of that train as well as a result. But whether or not he can get anything done last few laps looking unlikely. Yeah, K1 just lags on my screen and it looks to almost be a huge collision.
Oh, contact between Jono and Lucas Champion. Jono gets past him and Lucas Champion catches the back of Jono going through turn 1, but the move is done, so we'll see what happens with Lucas Champion, whether he can get back ahead of Jono at the end of this lap or whether he's then going to fall into the hands of Kookaburra behind, because he's right on the back. Look how close Kookaburra is. Oh, he's off. Lucas Champion's off. contact between him and Kookaburra. Kookaburra just
spinny round,
yeah, Kookaburra went for a move going through the banked right-hander, touched his rear.
Outside the point.
Oh,
he
again,
trying to get that car, and he's got wing damage as well.
I mean, he wasn't going to get points after that spin anyway, but yeah, the little spin after that's just solidified it. The one good thing about this new format though is obviously you can go again in the next one shot, so this isn't going to affect his main race at all. But still, you know, that was a fight for the win there, and that's gone up in flames. So that's something that could be reported though, because Kookaburra was going for a move in the corner where you shouldn't really go for it. He just had so much overspeed, catching onto the back of him and caught the rear tyre of Lucas Champion and sent him off the track.
Mikey B's making good work as he gets front to this sort of secondary DRS train up to 6.
Yeah, so in amongst all that, he's made, what, 3 positions? He's had all these guys.
And Matt's gone for a bit of a dive into the first turn, getting past Troy for the final point.
Yeah, so this is big then, because yeah, as you said, Matt there reserved in the Red Bull, he is that final point in the sprint point system. So Troy, if he can just tag on in these last couple of laps, obviously on the softs as well though, to try and get points on the board. Otherwise it'll be all eyes then onto the main race to see if he can get anything there. And Bossa was a bit out of shape going through that. I thought he was going to catch the curb and go flying off like his teammate did.
The Manic further back as well.
Has Manic gone round? I saw his name drop. I don't think he's fully round as well.
No, he only had a bit of a moment, lost the position due to it.
Alright, attention back to the front there, and I wonder if it's team orders at VCARB or whether there's any position changes. In terms of ERS, Kookaburra has bag tons more than his teammate, and he's choosing to empty it. Goes flying past Jono into turn 1. No team orders at play there. Jono looks for a switchback, but a bit tentative on the throttle as he realises that it's his teammate and he doesn't want to commit a murder. But through he goes. Still plenty more ERS to his advantage as well that you can use. Bar Tsunami behind on the mediums as well, so you'd expect this to be your front 3, considering Turbosdale and Robert behind, both on softs that will be past their best shelf life. So it's where the Bar Tsunami
he's going to get the final full burst of DRS down the main straight then.
Yeah.
Get back through and then just hope he can hold it to the line.
Or does he just choose to hold station? Oh, it's like, yeah, he caught the curb slightly there. That's opposite of the car and put him into the clutches.
Quite a big gap here.
Bar Tsunami had a little look, didn't he? If anything, I think John is more he's under threat from behind rather than making a move, because look, yeah, 7/8 gap. Oh, that's Troy's got.
Troy gets through 7/30.
That's his,
set just to avoid points anyway, but that would definitely confirm it now.
Yeah, it's painful. And going on to the final lap then, Kookaburra has got the gap covered, so unless he does anything crazy or out of the ordinary on this final lap, it looks to be him winning the sprint. Jono fends off Bar Tsunami as well, so unless anyone looks for a move mid-lap, I think this is going to be your order. Further down, got Matt
to get moved in on them. Bozza into the hairpin, goes up the inside of him.
Good move as well, yeah. Makes it stick on the exit. And Bozza struggling just a bit more on these older tyres than Matt, who's been making good progress. And then Slippy getting past Nitro as well. So considering Mighty B went down to 10th after a spin, he made good progress, like you said, on the mediums to then cut back through to 6th. Obviously, would have been hoping to maybe be in the mix for the win for the sprint, but I don't think he'll bat his eyelids too much at P6 and realise that that's still a good day's work.
The only problem he's going to have is if the ASR Matt collision goes in and what comes from that.
Yeah,
because of course, anything that happens in the sprint will stay within the sprint in terms of time penalties.
John has got DRS. Is John going to make a move for the line? I think Kookaburra's just going to survive, isn't he? Oh, just about. What is the gap there? Oh, half a 10.
Crossing it side by side as they get a 1-2 then.
Beautiful. For the team picture, but yeah, Bar Tsunami then, good effort reserving in Tier 2 for the first time this season, bringing it home in P3 for Alpine. Turbo Snell 4th, surviving on those softs, same with Robert Compagnasu. Mighty B makes it up to 6th on the mediums. Airsomat reserving, Red Bull brings it 7th, Mbos at 8th, K1 9th, and then Troy, after his penalty, drops down to 10th, unfortunately. And then outside the top 10 we have Zippy, Nitro, Kevin Kyle, Mercia, Lupu, Gremic, Banana after an early spin, Manic, No Fear with another spin as well, and then Lucas Champion after coming together with...
Banana Granic, but look at that gap.
oh my god, 1 millisecond. Wow. So VCarb on a bit of a charge early doors in the sprint, obviously just getting 8 and 7 points then for their efforts if they don't get reported or whatever. So the main attention then turns to the main race in terms of the big points haul that they can achieve, whether they can continue this through. Quickly flick through the gaps. Only 1 penalty in the main race, I think, and that came from Troy, unfortunately. Lucas Champion 46 seconds off the back after having to go into the pits and change his wing in those closing couple of laps. 14 minutes total run time in the sprint. And now on to another one shot, and I think I'm going to be in the car, aren't I?
Yeah, I think we're going to sit you in a car.
Oh no. I'll change my camera so I don't hurt people's lives. There's no fears like that, actually.
I think you have to stick to your camera.
Oh no, shame me. If anyone's in the lobby as well, I can hear to send No Fear an invite, please, as he's just like that. I don't know if you can hop back in off Banana's profile. I don't know how it necessarily works on EA. Otherwise he will be missing the whole race, unfortunately. Maybe I'll just set a time. Maybe I'll just set a time and see how I fare into it too. I'll just kick everyone. Sorry lads. Oh, I'm in the car. I'm in the house, lads. Right, we'll get the car retired early doors so then we can see who's fighting for the main pole position. That obviously gets put in the vote. Sprint graphic, you know, obviously it's important to get on pole for the sprint in the shootout, but obviously doesn't count to anything statistically in terms of having it in the record books in the league. That comes now in the one shot. That determines the grid for the main race, so we can see who gets another name in the thing, or whether it's just another tick against your name. With the likes of Jono, Kookaburra, Mighty Boo, all already having poles this season. Oh, migrating host. Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, K1 disconnected.
The one promising thing with obviously the changes is it might just be a one shot that we have to redo. Troy's retired. Yeah.
Early on, we must have died it somewhere.
I don't know if you can quickly send K1 an invite while I'm just watching the fight poll.
Yeah.
But Jono, Turbosna was looking good for pole, but he made a mistake going through the start of sector 2. Mighty Boo then again right at the front with Jono and the two V-carbs sniffing around. The usual suspects from the sprint still sniffing around for the actual pole position here. As Matt again at another moment, he's down to 15th. Manic last. So it's V-carbs again, 1 and 2 as Matt's retired, yeah, so he must have made a mistake and he's had to pull it into the box. But unless anything changes coming around the final corner, it looks like a V-carb 1-2 yet again. Unless Bartonomic has a bit of a charge. No, there's Jono then. Jono gets pole for the main race. By just below 1.5 tenths. Jono, Kookaburra, Bartonami, your top 3. Then there's a bit of a drop off down to Mighty Boo, who's just out of qualified Turbos now. Robert in 6th. Banana 7th, Lucas Champion 8th, Gremic 9th, Zippy in 10th. Outside your top 10, you've got Mercia, Lupu, Mboza, Kevin Cal and Nitro, and then below that, people that have obviously invalidated is Matt, Troy, me unfortunately. K1 who lagged out, No Fear, and then Manic disqualified.
Yeah, you'll start at 17th for the race.
Yeah, lucky lads. Get Cook up behind me. Looking at the chat, see if there's anything happening.
Yeah, No Fear is out for an invite. Have we got any PC players listening? If they can try and invite him in the section here.
Yeah, Banana sees he's Banana he's nosy and tries to send an invite over, but he said he's blocked from the pause menu. So hopefully now that we're about to go into the race, he could quickly chuck one over to No Fear and get him in. I haven't seen K1 come back as well, but we'll just have to see what the lag's like off the start as well.
Of invites, so.
I mean, hopefully for our sake, yeah, the lobby is relatively smooth sailing, obviously, and it's gone to a competent host. K1's back, but he obviously won't be hosting So for us, sanity, we just have to hope that that isn't crazy desynced and the lobby's relatively stable.
Of course, the painful thing for him is he won't have control of his strategy, will he? So.
Yeah.
And starting at the back as well.
Everyone cross your fingers that the lobby's fine. Alright, 5 red lights, and away we go. I'll pull over so we can get the camera to the front to see what's happening.
Seems to be Kookaburra's had the better start, takes the lead of the race early on.
Oh, contact for Johnny. Yes, Kookaburra's away then.
Oh, someone's round. Is that Robert Campiassi dropping down the order?
Yeah, he's fully round. Don't think he has damage. No,
no
damage.
Has also gone round again.
Second time this weekend already. Loads of people opt in for a soft start, which is very surprising. No, Chris still not in, unfortunately. All contact as well between Nitro. All contact as well ahead. Monsieur Lupu pushing off and Bozza.
Yeah, he's dropped a lot of positions due to that.
And there's already been a break in the train between 6th and 7th. K1's left again, so he's just, his internet's just it's just dying on, isn't it?
And Bozza's fully round this time, facing the wall.
Squabbling as well between Matt and Nitro. Ooh, and back to this fight.
So this tail's going to take the lead of the race. Although Kookaburra's going to try and get back up to him in turn 1, although I think
he's got it done.
Snail holds off on the softer tyres.
I'm very surprised about the strategies on display here. No one choosing to go for the hard start, everyone choosing mediums or soft, so people just copying what the game's basically telling them to, obviously not backing that hard start. But we'll see how long the softs go. I mean, soft start is a bold strategy, and at least you can bail off onto the hards if it's not necessarily going your way. But still, yeah, I wouldn't necessarily have thought half the grid would be going onto, well, more than half the grid starting for the softs. Turbos now on the softs, trying to make them count early doors as he's trying to run away from the B cars behind. Big scrap happening though in the top 5. Bartanami P5. Oh, absolutely sends it. Smashes into the side of Jono. Crazy dive bomb down the inside of 2 cars, and he just, well, that was he's realised yeah. Oh, Lucas Champion's trying to get involved.
Yeah. He tried to go up the inside into the penultimate corner. He's fully spun, dropped at 8.
That was a crazy move. I mean, he completely missed his braking point, and then he didn't just try and get past Mighty Boo, he then slammed into the side of Jono, smashed him off the track. So if that gets reported, I think we know what the outcome of that's going to be. If you got more contact, Matt's been spun again. Yeah. Matt's getting, that's really unlucky. That's 2 collisions where the contact was a bit dodgy and it's fully spun him. And he's lost several positions, so down to 14th, but he is on the medium, so let's hope that the race comes back to him at the later stages.
So the break in the DRS ends up towards the top as Jono's dropped back.
Okay, like that
again. And Turbo Snail's going to try use his soft tyres and get away from Kookaburra, but of course there's a short DRS lane here. That said, he's only got a 10% to make up in the last sort of few corners until he hits the DRS.
It's that collision though, isn't it? The collision with Barjanami has really screwed this whole pack here because it lost him the train. And unless he has a complete ERS dump, I mean, I will see how much he's got. He hasn't got much left at all at this stage as well. So he's not going to be able to reel in his teammate, and that gap is just going to go up and up. Yeah, already at 1.6 seconds as Mighty Boo then picks him off and flies past him as Lucas Champion's then next to make a move, and he's on a full load of ERS, so no battery being used by the Ferrari man.
One thing that might save Mighty Boo here though is he's on the soft tyres, so he might be able to push and jug this train along with him.
That's true, yeah.
Kookaburra's only on the medium. Lippy seems to be off and he's dropped down to 16th now.
Yeah, both the Williams not having a good day. Obviously K1 lagging out early doors. No Fear lagging out as well. And then Bozza with his spin behind the 2 ghosted cars. K1's back in, but he's already lost the back of the train. It's going to be a painful way back up for him as Nitro's then off on the curve. He's caught the curve going through sector 2. He's off in the gravel, dropping several positions. Down now below Robert Compagnasu, just ahead of Zippy.
Yeah, certainly this lap, Michael B's not managed to drag them back into DRS. John and that looks how they're going to DRS. Yellow flag further down. I think that's Lippy who's dropped slightly further back again.
Yeah. No moves in the front pack then on this occasion. Gremic then, that gap's then, it was 2.6, gone up to 3.2, so it definitely is a front five again, like we saw in the sprint with a definitive front pack, and then the chasing pack that were then scrapping for the back end of the points. And it looks to be the same again as Mercy Lupu in 10th is 1.2 off the back of Banana. And then Bartonami as well after that collision, he's 1.2 off the back of Gremic, so Gremic sat in a bit of no man's land currently on those mediums as well.
Mikey B, no, it's dropped back a couple more times. I was about to say, it got down to 1.2, so it's on the verge.
A couple of good starters in this Grand Prix. Obviously, Turbos now started 5th at 4 positions. Lucas Champion and Gremic both up 3, Kevin Cal up 5, Troy up 5, Matt up 3 despite his little moment. And then Manic's up 7 from the back, obviously past a couple of ghost cars, but still started last. And then up 7. Big losers, obviously. Robert down 8, Lippy down 6 after a spin, and Bozza down 7 with his spin as well. As Banana then goes past Kevin Cal, down into turn 1.
That's it, Lupu gets passed by Troy as well in turn 1.
So that's both McLarens in the points, and obviously Kevin Carroll reserving for Chesney. So still trying to bring points home for the team, and looking to be on course for that as well.
Well, Compiati has made minor contact with Manic Panic, but Manic gets through. DNS Manic now.
Mr. Manic. Yes, it might be still not been able to catch this front train. So now it's just these three squabbling for that last position of the podium. John has been sucked into this secondary battle. Was trying to be fighting from the lead again after qualifying on pole, but it looks like he's big moment for Lucas Champion. I don't think he's really going to have any knock-on impacts to that though. Oh, yeah, he's still within the train, so no real issue there for him despite being sideways. Yeah, 3.5 seconds back from Lucas down to Gremic, so looks like at least in this stage of the race this will be these three just squabbling around for that final podium position. Jonathan makes the move down to turn 1 past Mighty Boot for now then. Both similar ERS situations currently as well, so
Bartonami gets through in Gremic as well, trying to make his way back through the field.
yeah, so now I guess we'll see with Bartonami whether he can make any further progress up to this this 3-car train, or whether that's more solidified and it's only, I mean realistically they may only see a change when the pit stops come around and then someone bails off with an undercut to try and bring that train back together, but don't think it's looking likely.
Pusbo's slowly catching Turbos now again, bring it down to 4 tenths. Again, I'll try and invite him up again.
You can, I mean, I think he can hop in off that invite, but I think a crisis happened on there.
Yeah.
It's a painful day when you just have the internet like this, so obviously K1 was the host coming in today as well, so that's something we can look into for next week.
I don't know who it's made the host of the lobby now, but it's worked.
Yeah, whoever's hosting, maybe you'll be on our professional list there who can host in the future. Oh, big moment for Troy coming out the final corner there, big snap. He might sense an opportunity from Mercy Lupu down into turn 1. I think he's just going to survive. Matt then trying to make progress back up the field, goes for a move down into turn 1. Mercy Lupu cuts him off, nearly catches the back of Troy as well, so closely fought battle for these last couple of points as well. Mercy Lupu at 11th, just outside that he's got his teammate 2.6 seconds behind him trying to catch up to this train as well, to try and be fighting for the last couple of points. They've really lost the train, haven't they? The two McLarens. Even though they're on the mediums, Banana's 2.4 up the road from them. And you'd expect that gap just to go up and up unless the deg starts to kick in for the softs and they can try and claw him back in and have more points on the table.
It seems like we're about to see the two trains at top connect, because John is now leading the one. He seems to have slightly more pace trying to drag them back in. Robert Cambriesco, I think, was that one?
Oh yeah. He's trying to work out that yellow flag is. Yeah, and he's been sucked straight back into that train further back, so that's unfortunate for him.
Kukura's going to get a move then for the lead into the DRS. It's going to be easily done before they reach turn 1.
So 8 laps on these softs now as well. So obviously this is the point in the sprint there we started to see the change. I wonder if it's exactly the same type of day going into the main race. Mediums going into their own now, really. And you'd look to do, what, about 16 laps on the mediums? So still plenty of life left to go on the mediums. The softs probably getting to that point where you'd be looking towards the pit strategy and seeing what lap you can pit, because they probably won't be feeling too good. Yeah, 1.2 seconds then between Turbo Snail in second and then Jono, so there's a chance here for Jono to be able to reconnect these two trains. 1.1, he's going to be very close. If you can just snag it coming around the final corner.
I think that's just about going to cost him it. Tsunami's first to get a penalty there. Oh, it's McLaren that was going slowly.
That's Troy, yeah, because he was 10th there, so he's lost a couple of positions. And he's, most importantly, he's lost the train.
I wonder if he's caught the curb coming round now. Tsunami's trying to go side by side, and I think he's going to get thrown in Granite.
Squeezes him onto the curb, but yeah, they both survive. Granite looking for a move into the final corner. Oof. No collision, but lost more time. I mean, look, they're now 5.7 seconds behind, so we've got another move for the lead then. Tibbs now making the move done. Kookaburra looks to come back, but contact between the pair. Going to help the pair behind that. 1.2 seconds. Came down by a 10th there after squabbling. They're right on the cusp, aren't they? It's only a matter of time, it feels like, before Jono can make a move stick in terms of getting back into the DRS and bring in Mighty Boo and Lucas Champion with him.
Oh, there's a huge collision further back. Nitro's gone off into a wall. Yeah, he's missing part of his wing.
Oh yeah, his left end plate's gone. And he's on the medium, so that's completely screwed him in terms of strategy. I don't know if he's just going to come in for the hards now and try and go to the end.
Yeah, I think hard to do it from here, but it's not ideal.
Oh yeah. Nitro in AI. So he says, stop telling Nitro to be in AI. Clips, if you're watching, tell Nitro get out of AI. Further through, got Banana right in the back of Tsunami now, so... Ooh, around the outside of the final corner. Yeah. Beautiful move, as Tsunami then the first to gamble on the different strategy. Into the pits he comes, very slow into the pits to make sure he doesn't speed in. So 10 laps on the softs, and that's enough for him. He's in. What's he put on? That's the question. I'm assuming it's going to be, well, does he put the mediums on? He goes for the hards then, soft hard. Tsunami's, and so he's open to do the last 25 laps then on the hards to see him to the checkered flag. So we'll watch as he comes around to see what kind of an undercut he can get on the cars ahead, whether that can bring him into the cars. Oh, K1's.
That's K1 struggling to take control of his car.
Oh, he's tried to leave the session, it's retired. Yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah,
so you obviously won't get penalty points for that, as it's just the game being glitchy. It's a shame that. So in amongst all that then, Jono's right back in the train. I've missed that, but Jono literally is right in the back of Turbosnan now, and then we've got a five car fight for the lead. Coming into the pit stop window, obviously Tsunami in the last lap. Do any of these soft runners choose to come in?
Turbo, oh no, Turbo's now. No. Cross slipstream's going to stay out.
Little fake, yeah, but it stays out for now. And then we've got a 7.3 second gap. Oh, and Bananas, just as I cut to him, is coming into the pits. In he comes, so we'll see where he comes out in relation to Tsunami at the back. Mediums as well for him.
This is ideal for Turbo now, because you can just sit here and just get dragged along even though his cars are dying.
Yeah, it's true. He could just copy them and come in when Kookaburra and Jono come in, just to match their strategy, because then he's well, it depends what they do, I guess. Ooh, I can see if there's a pit lane cut, but no, Banana should be okay with that. He's on the line. Yeah, I'm interested to see what the medium runners do, whether they go into the hards or whether they're then going for the softs to end it, because if you're trying to extend the mediums, they do get to that point where they just start to scream at you, I suppose. Even if you're going onto the hards, you probably want to do another, what, like 5-6 laps on the mediums to drag these out for the hards. 20 laps on the hards.
Ideally, you're going to have quite a large tyre off it, I think, if you're going for the soft hard.
Oh, in he comes then. Turbosnell's in. Oh, very fast into the pit lane. Oh, he's spinning to the pit lane. as soon as he was getting on the brakes there, it looked like he was flying in at way too much speed. And oh my god, they had the wets out then. I thought he was going on the wets. So yeah, it's mediums then for the next 23 laps for Turbo.
It's a long way to take the mediums.
Yeah. Barton obviously chose the hards at that stage. And it's probably the better option.
Yeah, I was going to say, I assume hard's the better. And yeah, that's the second medium's going on as well for Calista.
I don't know if that's the right call for Turbo. I wonder if they got Bob the Shark on their shoulder this week, or whether they crumbled without him. Obviously, Banana opted to go for the mediums as well, so I'd be very surprised if they're not in serious trouble towards the end of this race without a safety car, as Mighty Boo cut the corner there, so that would have been another warning.
I don't know if he just about kept it inside the lines there.
It was very close, yeah. Cecil said Bob's not with them. Oh. Bob's somewhere crying.
At the stand.
So Mighty Boo chooses to do another lap. Lucas Champion behind him into the box. He manages to get it slowed down in time. Like, it's the mediums as well for him. Yeah, mediums going on the car for Lucas Champion. So a bit of a slow pit stop, I think. Looks a bit slower leaving. So we see where he comes out in relation to Turbo. He's just coming down.
Here though, trying to do the extra lap, is he completely lost the RS as the V-car was just going to beat him along.
Yeah. So he's now realistically got to pit this lap because he's just going to lose time after time, isn't he, really? Because these guys, the V-carbs up front are just towing each other along now, they're helping each other, so I think it's...
Turbo's gone a couple of steps up the road as well, but that's obviously a 10-second penalty to be as well.
Yeah. There's a couple of people getting 10-second penalties in-game this season. Obviously we saw K1 get one last race as well. We've had one or two in Tier 1. So people becoming a cropper to the new penalties in the actual F1 game. Yeah, 2/10 loss, 3/10 loss for Mighty Boo just in these last couple of corners, so I assume this is going to be him into the box for either the medium or the hards, whether he chooses to follow Bard Tsunami and go onto the hards, or whether he chooses to match the cars around him.
We've got slipping. The curb.
Oh no, what? Who's that?
No, it's Bard Tsunami's gone off.
Oh, just as I was saying about him. Has he got damage? I don't think. Yeah, he's missing an end plate, yeah.
Oh, that's painful for him.
Both?
Yeah, both sides, yeah. So he's going to have to box. As Mighty Boo's next into the pit. And Mighty Boo's going to pass him next as well.
Yeah, so that looks to be more of the right call. Kevin Cow behind him as well, go chucking on the hards. Robert Combinassi still out on these softs. Same with, well, Manix in the pits with N-Bosch stuff, so they're getting rid of these softs. Mercy Lupu were both the Mercedes then obviously choosing to extend these softs for as long as they can. And Barton gets the 10 seconds.
Oh, that, yeah, that's yeah. City's got wind damage in back there. In terms of medium runners then, V-Carb have a massive advantage over in Granite. It's almost a 10-second gap built up, but obviously it's those who have already boxed who will be their threat.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder when these... I mean, it all depends on what tyres these guys are trying to get into, really. So I don't know if there's going to be a bit team orders down to Tier 1. No, not this time around, but yeah. I mean, they've got a lot of comfort in terms of what they do, whether they go for the safety of just chucking on the hards and going to the end, or whether they want to extend the mediums a couple of laps longer and try and just finish on the softs. Obviously, no one really around them is ending on the softs, so if they choose to do that, it's looking good for them. Because, I mean, Mighty Boo was next to them. He's on the hards to go to the end. Kevin Carroll on the hards, but he was a bit further back.
Taken to the escape road.
No damage? No, no damage, luckily for him.
The last thing the ones who have already boxed want now is a safety car.
Yeah. Obviously Troy would love one right now, back into the points. Sat in P7, so a safety car right now would be perfectly timed for him. Same with this front 4 SMR, making good progress back through the field after his collision early doors. Gremic then, like you said, yeah, 10 seconds off the front 2, so the front 2 sat very comfortable right now. Right at that window.
The was only 14, almost 15 seconds off them, but obviously he's got 10 second penalty as well.
Yeah.
Lucas Champion gets through on Troy as well. So he's 17.8 off the lead.
Move for the lead as well as Jono chooses a bit of a battery dump, flies past Kookaburra. Got a lot of ERS more though, to be fair. Kookaburra down at 20%, Jono 30% more than him, so whether that's tactical, whether Kookaburra might have had to maybe empty it to
Mercia Lupus speeds in.
I mean, we did say this actually practicing, didn't we, that this pit lane was a risk for drivers in terms of speeding, just because of the way that the line is and when it tells you to brake as opposed to when you actually should brake on these deceased tyres. That brings them out in. We've got to move. Further about 2% there.
Just getting through on pit lane, isn't it?
Look at, yeah, 2% is right on the back of Matt, obviously with a 10-second penalty, but he's now caught up to the cars towards the front that are yet to pit. Can't involve with the V-Cups as well, choose to see. Well, we're now in the window now where if they want to, they can come into the pits for the hards and do 19 laps on the hards. Tippson has gone for a move earlier, yeah, he made the move on ASR Matt. He was looking towards the pits, and yeah, Kookaburra's in. He's picked up on these.
Get removed because yeah, as long as he obviously doesn't pick up anymore.
Yeah, so if he's listening, because we're obviously make sure to bring your race director, and we can look to get that removed. So Grant back up to second, like John, trying to extend these mediums for either a stint for the hards towards the end or for the softs. Kookaburra then opts in for the hards. It's whether John then chooses to go on his own strategy and separate away from his teammate and go to the soft switch. I mean, that would be interesting to see if there's a bit of inner team beef. No team orders in the sprint and they were scrapping, so we'll have to see how that plays out.
I was going to say, they're going to have work to do then, though. Large, is that from the time in the pit? Don't know what's going on there, but there's the other flank set to one. But I was going to say, they're going to have work to do then, because this goes back to 7th, so he's going to need to get past Lucas Champion and Turbis now. Well, just Lucas Champion on track, and obviously Turbis now, so it's going to be track.
What would you do if you're one of these mediums at the front? Would you choose to just kind of match the cars around you, or would you just try and extend for the softs?
Match them. Yeah, so John is in now.
Yeah, so he's copying his teammate. Into the pits he comes, nice and slow, just on time. And then all eyes go to Gremick then to see what he does. And he chooses to stay. I think Gremick's going for the softs. I think it's getting to that point now. If he does one more lap, the game suggests, I know it's because of how much you listen to the game, but the game suggests you can do 16 laps on the softs toward the end of the stint. So let's see if that is the case, whether he's in the box at the end of the next lap. Obviously Matt, as his teammate, is still out as well, so it's whether he's trying to do the same strategy of extending these mediums to then end on the softs. They've lost, I mean, in terms of the fight for the lead, I mean, they weren't in the fight for the lead anyway, but they've literally already got the leaders sniffing right amongst them.
I think this thing, because especially if you're in this position, I know Turvis now's right in the back of you and it's still going to be a stretch, but Turvis now with tyres are really going to die. If you get in and you pit, all you have to do is get within the 10 seconds of him.
Yeah, that's true actually. Yeah, because they're obviously going to be on lightning quick softs to end the race, and he's going to be on completely cooked mediums, and with the 10-second penalty, like you said. Yeah.
Mercy Lucas back in the pits, and that's a wing change going on as he goes to the soft.
So softs will get the end from it. It's going to be lapped at this point as well, isn't he? As we've got car off.
Found Bozza, caught the curb.
No damage
done, I think.
Doesn't look like it. No damage. And plates on both sides.
Yes, ASR Matt's going to push on, but he's getting overtaken by those already got.
And Jonathan going past Kookaburra as well. Kookaburra's got this 3-second pen hanging over him, but he can obviously look to get that removed as he keeps it within track limits for the rest of the race. So as Nitro's finally in off these mediums.
He's speeding in as well. He was going so slowly as well at the leader for the line. I think he's just forgot to turn his pit limit.
Oh.
He's on mediums again, wasn't he already on them?
He's already done a pit stop, but I mean, they were showing us 18-lap mediums, so is he in right at the start of the race? I didn't think he was.
Let me check this.
If he's going to get disqualified because he hasn't done 2 tyres.
I'm not seeing a prior pit stop.
Oh no. Turp. Mr. Nitro.
Yeah, he's gone medium, so he's gonna have to box again. I don't know if he knows the rule, but...
Clipsy, get talk to your boy, please.
There could be an overtake for the lead then, as Turvis now got within Granite, but he's slightly too far back.
That's painful
They're
for
coming
Luca
up
as
to
well.
laps somewhere. Oh, he's done that runs wide into the
Yeah,
corner.
moment. Yeah, it's caught the grass on the exit. Yeah, his tyres are so dead. Even Turbo's pitted a bit earlier, but the deficit in tyres is still crazy. 12 laps on the mediums. These mediums are going to be crying to Grummick.
I was going to say, the problem is, though, obviously it puts Turbo now here get moved down, but this is what he's got to come later in the race.
Yeah, because he's going to be a sitting duck at that stage, isn't he? He's praying, along with Nitro, really, for a safety car at some point that he can chuck on the softs to end off this race. Because right now, if he can save the 10 seconds in the box under a safety car, that's going to be perfect for him. Obviously, he's going to lose him a bit of time, but he's not going to go lower than Kevin Cal in 10th because he's 14 seconds off the back of Troy after his. Why is Kevin Cal 14 seconds? Oh, I guess Troy hasn't pitted, does he?
Yeah, Troy's yet to come in. So I assume at this point they must be extending for the soft. If not, they've really left it long to go to the hard.
So I think Grummick's going to be in this lap. He isn't, no. So you can realistically from now, yeah. So Matt's in.
Yeah.
Very fast into the box. Yeah, it gets it sped down the time. Troy's choosing to stay out on his mediums as well as Matt goes into the softs as expected. He's going to be.
Grummick's going to see how much time he's losing every lap. Each position he loses, that's another couple of seconds he's back to Lucas Champion who's really boxed. That's true.
Yeah, so I mean, just this lap alone, we're keeping on the gap to Lucas Champion. Is already. I mean, Turbo's now got past him. What, last lap? Well, that's a cut as well for X on that. I don't know if he's salty, but that's literally caught in 4K of Matt cut in the pit lane, lap 22. Make a note of that. But yes, I mean there's plenty of strategies going on here. It's hard to really properly see a full picture of what the deal is once we just have to wait for Grummick to get in the way. But you've got the likes of Banana's got 10 laps already on his belt with these mediums. Same with Turbo's done 9 laps, Lucas Champion 8 laps on these mediums. John O'Cookborough fresh hard, so I mean it's a real mismatch of tyres across the whole grid. Grummick's finally in, gets it slowed down nice in time, and he checks on. Oh, Turbo.
That's on track he's a try.
Yes.
So he's going to get a penalty.
Right, okay.
I don't know if he's had a moment catching the curve and then just done it as a reaction, but.
Let's start with 23. It's eventful 2 laps for the FIA. He's making these little tiny reports.
Troy's the latest in as well to opt to the softs.
About time, really, because his tyres have been screaming out to him. But just outside the points as well, Zippy just ahead, so it should be points on the board for Troy. But then he's got the big gap up to Zippy and Kevin Cowrie, so it's whether he can reel up and close into the back of Grummick and Matt. Really, that's his goal. Really, is he's probably looking at 9th at best. Then Troy, if he can get past Zippy and Kevin Cowrie, would be the goal. I'm interested to see this gap as well between Grummick and Banana. Because Banana's tyres are going to be dead at the end. Grummick and Matt are probably on the best. Well, they're literally on the best tyres right now. Easily get to the end as Banana then makes the move actually on Mighty Boo. So medium still got a bit of life in them for now up against the hards on Mighty Boo. But I wonder how close Grummick and Matt are going to get. Matt pumping in the fastest time there, 1:11.3. I mean, it's just whether these guys scrap too much as Matt gets past Grummick. I'm just intrigued to see if they fight too heavy and they cost themselves time.
It's going to also be interesting to see the gap to Banana and Kookaburra as well. You'd expect her to drop back, but obviously creasing the penalty to and Kookaburra is where he can tonight do something about it, but you highly doubt that.
Yeah.
And of course, John is slowly bringing it down to Lucas Champion for what would be the race to win the service now.
Yeah, 4.3 just eking up a little bit there. I'm looking at the gap as well between the 2 V carbs and then upwards to the front 2. Obviously, like we've said, Turbo's got this 10-second hanging over his head, and unfortunately that won't be able to be removed. Because of, it's a slam dunk, he's fed into the pit lane. Yeah, so Cezo's asking about AI cars. So yeah. So in terms of cars that would unfortunately not be classified. Is anyone higher up?
Yes, Lupu's not driving. He's currently ghosted, so with no fear.
Yeah. So those two unfortunately won't. I mean, I don't understand when.
Well,
I
the
didn't
most
see
Lupu
Lupu
might be driving. He might just be ghosted because
Oh, because he's
the
lapped.
lap taken
Yeah,
place.
yeah, that's true.
Which,
I mean, he should get out of the way really, because he's right in front of. Is that if that's in front of Turbos
he
now?
keeps dragging Turbos now.
Yeah, I mean, this is actually. We're going board with this for a couple of laps, because if Lupu doesn't get out of the way, yeah, he's going to get done heavily. Obviously, this happened in season 5 with Windex in Spain, which made several people very angry. But,
I think the one thing though different here with Lupu is obviously on fresh stock and seeing if he can break the gap, but if he can't, then hopefully we just see him stick behind and understand if he can't keep him in the DRS for the leader. Because yeah, it's constantly every same lap it seems to be similar gap, and
yeah, about
it's also not
try and
ideal
get him
for
up the way.
Turbos now in a way, because you don't like driving through a ghosted car really.
Yeah.
Like, obviously you get the DRS advantage, but it throws you off.
Yeah, I think he's pulled away. I think he's hopefully seen the message in the chat and realised. But that could have been bad. Nitro's left, yeah, Nitro's had enough. So he definitely did retire because he's only just left, so yeah, that's 4 penalty points coming. Nitro's way for retirement on track after his fumble with the double medium strategy.
Well, Lupu's going to get back in front actually, so he's going to stick to it.
Oh no.
From it, he's not got the speed to unlap himself here.
Yeah.
And properly pull clear.
We're going to the rule books now. I'm having a look. Yeah, he's given Turbos now. I mean, I know Turbos now has got the 10-second penalty, but it's painful. I mean, I'm looking in the rules as well, so it's happening on a multitude of laps, which is the one thing to consider as well.
Oh, the two Red Bulls come together. In Gremic going up the inside of Air on that, and I think Gremic is spun off.
And he's the full-time driver. That's in a way for the team, that's the one that you don't want to be off. And I was only saying the other lap how these guys don't want to lose time. I mean, they've gained 2 seconds to Banana the last couple of laps, but it's cost Gremic 4 seconds with that collision. Banana gets 3 seconds.
Oh, that's into the pits.
Oh, so he
and
get that
Manic Panic gets one, so yeah, Manic won't be able to get the decent read unless he's been done for the pits.
So that's big for Banana. So he's gone for the two-stop strategy. Yeah. So at this point, I wonder if Turbo's trying to do the same. Won't necessarily work as well for him though, because he's going to have that 10 seconds sat over his head as well.
And Bozza gets 3 seconds.
Corner cutting as well. Yeah.
Not even multiple warnings then. So.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder if he's cut it going up and over the little chicane, and he's just cut the gravel there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'll read out exactly how it's stated in the rule books. It says the punishment for ignoring blue flags would be open-ended, leaving the penalty down to the FI's discretion. This would be determined by the amount of time spent ignoring blue flags and the effect it has on the race itself. So I think this is only something we're really going to be able to consider when the checkered flag goes.
But it's still happening. He's got DRS again.
He's just vanished, doesn't he? Where's he?
Yeah, he's just teleported back actually. So
yeah, I mean we'll see the gaps really that Turbos now ends the race on, because if he's marginally beating a car, at that point that the DRS that he's got for 4 or 5 laps behind the Mercedes will have heavily because he's not ghosting anymore, so it's definitely benefited him there.
So John is 1.8 seconds then behind Lucas Champion, which means the effective race to win, and he's just got that through quicker. Those two have got now. We would probably expect for his penalty to come off until we've got a roll warning.
Yeah, I mean you could if you want to help him out, you could always.
It says penalty plus 3 warnings on the map he spot stuff. I'll take a screenshot of that, and that might just be an immediate triple warning. Obviously we'll have to see the full lap footage to confirm that, but
yeah, so obviously that one warning, it would be the penalty and then the unofficial warning, so that's already 2 on that lap that won't come off, so it's whether he gets 1 anywhere else across the whole race, unless it was a collision warning as well. So we'll see what Kookaburra provides the FIA towards over the next 24 hours.
Yeah, I think it's at least a double cut, so.
Yeah, VCARB getting very well acquainted with each other this race, as they're just following each other around. I'll go back to Lupo and see where he is now. I mean, in his own little bubble now behind Turbo and between himself and Lucas Champion, so nothing to worry about for the next couple of laps. So it's all seeing really what Banana can do cutting back through. I mean, watching it, obviously it's happened somewhere, but I said a couple of laps ago that Troy needed to get past Kevin Cowell, and he's done so. He's got past Kevin Cowell and he's dropped him by nearly 6 seconds. And he's close to the back of Gremek after his collision with his reserve teammate, so there's a potential for a move towards the end for Troy if he can get closer to one of the Red Bulls. What's the gap?
Just about avoided DRS then for on Lucas Champion this lap. He's not going to quite have it down the main straight, but he's really closing in.
So I'm
obviously just behind him with far more ERS as well.
I'm interested to see what Turbo does, whether he follows what his teammates done and pit. Got a spinner towards the back as well.
It's McLaren going slow. That's Troy, I think.
Is it Troy?
He's on Troy, but I don't think he's lost time.
No, it's not.
Then.
So the one thing I'm looking at as well is, obviously, Turbo now leads the race currently, 17 uphold mediums, 5-second gap back to Lucas Champion. His teammate was choosing the 2-stop strategy, soft, medium, soft. It's whether Turbo, I mean, it's at this stage, you have to go to the end now. He's not going to do 6 laps stint on the softs, is he? So he's just going to be constantly reeled in from the cars behind. So he's got this 10-second penalty. It's going to drop him down only to 4th right now, so not the end of the world really for him.
I wonder if Turbo Snell's had Banana's had an eye on his rear and questioning if he's going to go too far into the territory.
Maybe, yeah.
And Turbo Snell and Lucas Champion are just going to risk that. We might get an overtake for what will be the race win when he gets stand. It just goes right on the back of Lucas Champion. Yeah, it's easy going to be done. I think
Jono's looking for a move as well. Zigzagging across the track, looking for the opening.
Bosser, I think, stopped.
Yeah, both big carbs then. The zoom past Lucas Champion, obviously with that superior tyre life at this current stage. And at the moment, it's looking very good for the V-carbs. Lucas Champion I mean, it depends what he does, whether he can stick with the V-carbs as they go round, or whether he can just funnel into the 3rd place in this little train, because then that would be a podium for him if he could just hang on.
I think the speed difference is going to be too much for him, but like you say, we'll see what happens in the next few laps.
He's got plenty of
towards the end.
He's got plenty of ERS for now as well, though. So, oh yeah, Banana past Troy.
To be fair, he's done the first lap. He's stuck to them nicely. This is the problem as well between the two. If we are correct in thinking Christopher's penalty comes off, how much fighting are they going to do out in front for this?
Yeah.
And if so, they've then got to be careful for Lucas Champion behind them.
Yeah, so through he goes then, Jono making the move. Yeah, so I wonder if they're in a voice chat and they know that the penalty might come off once we've got a spin collision. Is that no Embosser again, I think, isn't it?
I don't know if they consider Manic, because Manic was awful there, but
yeah,
I didn't see what happened. Yeah, Embosser's missing part of his wing, in the left end. He said he wasn't looking forward to this one before we got going, and unfortunately it's proved to be that way.
Obviously plenty of races in a season, so you can chalk this one off and then move on for the next week. That's the one benefit of having a slightly longer calendar to usual as Turbo now. Even if he wanted to try and somehow get that 10-second remove, he's now got a 3-second, which that's crucial really, because that draws him into the clutches of Mighty Boo, who's 3.1 behind. So the gap isn't really changing that much between Turbo and Mighty Boo, but 13 seconds is definitely going to benefit Mighty Boo. Turbo's coming up to lap Mighty Boo's teammate and Bozza here, and Bozza's going to want to try and get out of the way because he doesn't want to cost his and he's gone caught the grass.
He's gone flying.
Oh, he's in the wall.
And he's out of the
oh my god, is there going to be oh my god, there's a safety car
late on, so we're going to have late. But this is going to work for Turbo now. It's going to be to get rid of his 10 seconds. If the V-carbs come in, it's going to be Kookaburra in front. With Johnny having to double stack then and drops off his Lucas Champion.
That was a very weird crash as well.
Same with Matt.
It'd be very, it's a And Bozza caught the grass coming into turn 1, but it was very odd that just flew him straight into the wall. I'd like to look at that POV back again, really, because I'm not saying it was on purpose, but it's a bit sus.
Now he's gone for medium.
I mean, he might not. I don't think. Yeah, they haven't got any left. Yeah. Robert's got one for speeding into the pit lane, but that should be fine. It's just a few seconds for that little cut on the outside. Well, we are going to have a very, very messy end to this race because it's going to be all holds barred. Everyone just flinging around to see what they can do.
Because you're going to save Turbo Sail from his 10-second penalty, but obviously he's sat there with a further 3 seconds.
Yeah. So I wonder, where's he going to drop then? He's going to be behind the B-carbs. I wonder, I mean, he might be behind Lucas Champion as well in terms of being in the... Actually, he's picked up another one there for just cutting that line.
Yeah, that would come off.
All depends on warnings, I suppose. But yeah, it's going to be a messy day for the stewards having to try...
staying out. That is not what I would have done whatsoever.
Everyone is in... everyone came in behind him. Kookaburra.
That's a strange one.
Kookaburra, no. And he's going to be... And I think his teammate is going to be directly behind him.
Is that team orders? Is he concerned about the 3-second penalty?
Nah, surely not.
Surely you just double sat there. Especially when you're seeing like Lucas Champion, Mighty Boo and Banana all having to go to medium to open out soft tyres.
That's extremely painful, I can't lie. I've gone bored to the gaps behind, but it depends. Honestly, I was thinking, does he try and do a pit stop? But I mean, he's behind the safety car now, so he's going to drop, isn't he? He just needs to realise. I would still pit. I would still pit because you don't realise. I mean, it's only what, 1 lap. You're going to have 1 lap of racing.
I think I would just. I guess we'll see what he does, but I feel like
safety car's in.
Yeah, safety car's in because
at
that time.
I mean, yeah, for him then, I think he surely does this because the chasing pack isn't really going to catch up. Apart from what the 4 cars behind, the likes of Matt. Like, I don't think Matt's going to catch up.
If he just sends it as quick as possible off the restart, and realistically, John is probably going to get through. There's a Merc just behind. I think that's Mercer Luca in that.
He's right in the package, just hopefully he moves out of the way really and doesn't really get involved in any of the chaos behind.
He's waiting some time to send it. I wouldn't do this, I would just get going.
Yeah, because he's just letting more cars, yeah.
There he goes, he's off.
Yeah, so Jono's already... Lucas Champion's got a very good run of Jono down into turn 1. Ooh, contact between all 3 of them.
Oh, he's half spun Jono.
And Jono went into the back of Kookaburra.
For a bit of a buffer.
Mercy Lupi then falling through the pack. But yeah, so we've got a massive break where Gremic and Banana did not catch the train. They've been screwed by the safety car timing there, but choosing to come out and then choosing to then obviously put the fresher tyres on. So while they've got the fresher tyres, it's not benefited them whatsoever. And V-Carbs need to be careful because Kookaburra wants to win, obviously. Jono wants to win. He's on much fresher softs, so he sees this as a massive opportunity for the win. But he just needs
Jono understands he needs to get through quickly though with the whole following pack just behind him. Look how congested it's getting.
Oh, it's yeah. This just screams incident, really, doesn't it? Oh, there's a move. Turbos now looking to go around the outside of Lucas Champion. They make contact, only a half spin, but I think that might allow Matt to ghost through him. It does, yeah. Oh no, he's just managed to hold on to the position. But yeah, I'm imagining Kookaburra coming at this last lap is going to get absolutely swamped.
John is struggling to get through. You assume he's going to get it done on the braking move. Much pressure tyres.
Lucas Champion, contact again.
Making contact. Lucas Champion snuck through.
Kookaburra got slightly barged off at the on the exit from his teammate. Oh yeah, Kookaburra just on traction. He's getting eaten alive. All the way down to P5 after all that. I wonder if Jono's going to get reported by a teammate there, because Kookaburra did get squeezed onto the curb, but lost in the position on the exit of turn 1.
Or even if Lucas Champion chucks it in, obviously he's going to it.
Wow, so we've got 3 cars all neck and neck for the lead, really. This might be saving Jono here, because Turbosnow's going for a move. Contact between the pair. I think Jono's going to be safe here, because these two are going to probably send another dive bomb. Lucas Champion does absolutely chucks it in, beautiful move. Makes it stick as well, making those soft tyres work. But I think that's going to be Jono's win then, unless anything crazy happens coming around the final corner, which it doesn't. I don't think Lucas Champion's going to catch him, so yeah, unless anything changes, Jono wins the Dutch Grand Prix. Kookaburra dropping down to 5th after that on the final lap. Lucas Champion 2nd. Airsan Matt gets 3rd place reserving for Red Bull. Great race for him. Mighty Boo P4, so Kookaburra P5 after choosing to stay on for those hard tyres. Turbo dropping down to 6th, but will obviously go to the stewards to try and look to get some of those.
Yeah, he's in chat, so he's listening. Bring your race director, and then obviously your.
Yeah, so we saw you getting the warning to come in. Yeah. So yeah, just try and get those removed. Gremic 7th. Troy then getting home with some points in 8th. Banana 9th after the 2-stop. Kevin Cow reserving from McLaren, bringing home a point for the team. Just outside the points then we've got Slippy, Robert Compagnasu, Manic. Mercy Loopy was a lap down, and then No Fear, he was ghosted for the entire race, so will unfortunately be disqualified in the classification. Wow.
Well, he was denied last week due to a pit lane cut, but he finally gets his win.
Well, I'm seeing in the chat as well that Kinsella said that Nitro straight lined. Oh, is he on? Oh wait, is he on about? Or maybe he's on about Emboza. Oh yeah, which I don't think is really going to happen. But so Jono finally stands back on top of the podium. I imagine plenty's going to go back to the stewards though to see who the actual winner is, who the rightful podium sitters are. So
with that said, Jono, I mean, we were on for VCARB 1-2 for a huge majority of the race, so like you say, maybe there's a thing at the end, but you can't imagine his teammates going to check it into the FIA to see what anyone else.
I guess it depends how salty and how feisty they want to get, really, doesn't it? But yeah, so there's the result of the sprint race we just had as well, and then going into the main race. Troy getting the fastest lap at the end, but it's Johnny who gets the win. Lucas Champion 2nd, Matt 3rd, Mighty Boo 4th, Kookaburra 5th, but then Chipsell in 6th will look to get some of those penalty removed. Same with Kookaburra, really. So it's going to be a busy night for the stewards, I imagine. 19 cars in track.
Both their race directors in the whole session overall. So.
I'll have a quick flick through to see if anyone's cut the pit lane or anything.
I didn't see anything.
Cross the pit line exit, Manic and Emboza, but that's obviously a time pen, so both towards the back, so it won't really impact anything. Not that many, only 35 incidents across the whole race, which isn't too bad. And the first sprint race is done. Next sprint race in Tier 2 is Mexico in 5 weeks' time, so plenty to happen in between now and then. Monaco next week as well, which could always be interesting. I'll do a quick check of the Monaco weather now that we're kind of past that window. We can have a look, just out of curiosity. Monaco weather. I don't know if I want dry or wet. I don't know. Looking dry, yeah.
I think I'll just take the dry.
Yeah, for now then, yeah, looking dry. So we'll see if that stays that way. But yeah, on to Tier 1 now. In 40 minutes or so, we've got Tier 1 racing the same track. We've got a wet qualifying, moving into a dry race. So it could be a bit of mix-ups like we had last weekend. So if you're interested in that, stick around. I think that would be Sezoy for you on comms. So yeah, if you're interested in watching Tier 1 race around Zandvoort, everyone you're in the league as well, you'll get pinged. If you're just interested in Tier 2, come around next week for Monaco. But yeah, until then, goodbye.